That's on the left side of the offensive formation. Snap back, wants to throw, quickly out. Ball is caught. Watkins, wait a minute. Did Bland intercept that? Bland is with the ball. Bland has stolen the ball from Quez Watkins, his 5th of the year.
Back here on the KNC Masterpiece on 105.3 The Fan, that is Brad Sham, who I don't think is surprised by DaRon Bland's play this year either, because I remember talking with him at camp, and we were watching this kid do some things, and we were like, all right, he's going to be a good player. And then now, like, this, every opportunity he's gotten, he takes advantage of it. He's got, 5 interceptions at this point, 1 off of the lead. And man, this is it's nice to have him doing what he's doing, especially when you lose some of your, not only your depth, but your starters in the season. And that's really tough. So for a guy to step in, a guy that I don't think anybody, maybe Will McClay, maybe somebody else in that scouting department was like, he'll be okay, was ready to say it. But I guess my question, looking at it, because it was Trayvon Diggs that brought it up. Does he belong in the Defensive Rookie of the Year conversation? A guy that didn't get his starts until late in the season, but the production is there. And I know the Science Lab, if you go to DallasCowboys.com, Patrick Walker put up some good work there. But that question was asked by Trayvon Diggs immediately. And here we are looking at the potential options. Should DaRon Bland be in the conversation for Defensive Rookie of the Year? 877-881-1053.
Well, the easy answer is yes.
Okay.
Because we're talking about the conversation. Should he be the lead? I don't know about that.
Okay.
But the problem is this ends up being in part an award that you have to be aware of. Like there has to be an awareness of the players. So like high level players like Aiden Hutchinson, who was drafted number 1 overall. Was it number 2? Who's number 2? And then, guys like Tariq Woolen, who has stood out. And of course, Sauce Gardner, who's had he's in the New York market. And then also he's just had a lot of visibility in the media. Those guys are going to get bigger placement. But I think when you consider that, I think those are the only 3 guys when it comes to Defensive Rookie of the Year that you have up there. You can easily find a place for a 4th guy who absolutely has, like you mentioned, the production, even if he hasn't had like the full season. I think that's the place where it gets tough because Aiden Hutchinson, right out, he hit the ground running, really looking like a really good pass rusher. And also, he's not bad run stopping either. Obviously, Sauce Gardner has had more responsibility. And that's one of the tough things is Sauce Gardner immediately was an outside corner who, had to take up big assignments. And that's something that you're talking about that DaRon Bland hasn't had to do. Even in this latest game, he played as the other cornerback to Trayvon Diggs. So I know that will askew some people's perspectives. And of course, Tariq Woolen
Tariq Woolen's been really good, man.
You have the flashy plays. You have weeks and weeks of him looking really good. So and 6 interceptions, of course, also helps, right? You have that particular number puts you in a good place. But when you talk about DaRon Bland and he has those interceptions and he's playing well, I think he should be in that conversation. I just don't know how high up he ends up being compared to those 3 guys in particular.
Sauce, 15 starts, 2 picks.
Yes.
Bland, 6 starts, 5 picks. I mean, when it comes to efficiency, Reginald.
Ooh, but I don't think
sounds like he's the most efficient cornerback in the league right now.
When it comes to touch or interceptions, sure. Mm-hmm. And maybe we just need to find find this pressure point. Maybe we need to find this pressure point and just push it.
325 yards allowed. Sauce Gardner, 397 yards allowed.
Oh my goodness! What?
Are you serious? What did I just say out loud?
15 games.
Tariq Woolen, 308 yards allowed. So Bland has given up more yards than both of those guys.
Okay, let's not mention that part because. Oof.
All right, yeah, because if we're trying to make a push here,
that's right.
Yards after catch. How about that? Sauce Gardner, 4.3. Tariq Woolen, 5.9. DaRon Bland, 2.2.
There we go. We'll put that one on that. Joey, are you writing this down? Go ahead and put that on the
ledger.
The ledger for the ones that we want to push.
My new word. So by the way, what is your favorite word as we are in the expressway to say?
Fun words. Fun words to say.
Sauce Gardner.
They don't have to be fun words because I did mention gulag and like the actual like idea of a Russian prison is not a good thing, but like it is fun to say gulag, roll it off the tongue.
Sauce Gardner, 1 touchdown allowed.
Is that good?
That's exceptional.
Okay.
Tariq Woolen, 3 touchdowns allowed. According to Patrick Walker's work, DaRon Bland has given up 3 touchdowns as well. So in 6 starts.
He's in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Are we agreeing with this text here from the truckwreck.com text line? 540, he don't have a nickname like Sauce.
Everybody knew Sauce coming out. You talked about that. Aiden Hutchinson, everybody knows those guys coming into the season. They were expecting things immediately. Nobody knew Bland's name.
But do we need to create a fun nickname?
Bland.
That's not, I don't even think that's a fun word to say that rolls off the tongue.
Bland.
Yeah, no.
Audaciousness. The audacious DaRon Bland.
I would just go with audacity.
What nickname would you give DaRon Bland at this point?
I don't know.
Interceptor?
That made me feel like Skeletor, and I don't like the way that felt.
Understand. Skeletor was scary, man.
I know that I've seen folks like Meg Murray on Twitter point to the idea that, you should call him Zesty because he's not bland at all. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It doesn't feel.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Meg. Meg's fantastic, by the way.
But that idea wasn't. That's fine. I'm just trying to start.
Seems easy.
It's a brainstorming.
How did Sauce get his nickname?
I don't know. Let me do some Googles.
Thank you. Also, the completion percentage. Bland has given up 76% completion percentage allowed. Woolen 52, Sauce 55. If you're gonna be like at the top of that, you got to get that down just a little bit. The interceptions do help because they're game changers. They are definitely game changers. And then, how often is your team successful because of you? That's something that we'll have to see in the future there. But Sam Williams was listed on this for a period of time. Sam Williams was, he's kind of been at the bottom of it, most of the season.
Yeah.
But he's been listed at plus 10,000 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he's done enough to really supplant anybody else on this list. But I think it would be great for Bland to get his name in there and for people to start going, okay, hold on, what is this guy? Then he gets a little bit of the shine, and then on top, then he adds to the shine by going, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Sure.
It stinks whenever you've been talking about a guy and saying, why isn't he getting the national pub he deserves? And then he finally gets it, and then all of a sudden he just flops and falls apart. I don't think that's going to happen with Bland because he has one of the best as his coach. Al Harris is fantastic.
And he's fun to watch on the sideline.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's so excited for these guys because he knows the feeling.
Right.
I shut this guy down. I did it to him. He knows the feeling of I went out there and did it, and I got the ball. I got the ball for coach just like he asked me to. Do you have any good nicknames coming in?
Did you just do the replacement?
Yeah, go give me the ball. How many of you the ball? It's one of my favorite movies.
Mind you, Sauce Gardner's of himself, he said I would get 3 sriracha sauces and everything in it. I guess when he on his burgers and fries, so they started calling him Sauce.
Okay, all right, that helps out a little bit.
Let's see, from the 817, they say they got it. Bland's nickname, Flavortown.
Flavortown.
Maybe you could even
I love that, actually.
I think we need to take the college football approach where we try and even build and push the agenda to where I think you can get Guy Fieri involved. You know what I mean?
He's gonna have to help out though.
You know what I mean?
He's gonna want some money for Flavortown, I believe.
All right, and Jerry Jones got money. Jerry Jones got money. Put it behind. Let's get DaRon Bland going with Flavortown.
He got the Taco Bueno deal for Taco Charlton back in the day. I'm sure they can get a Flavortown thing going on. December Bland. I do like that in December. He's been pretty good. DaRon the Blender Bland.
Huh. I don't know.
From the 817, DaRon, give me that damn ball Bland.
It's a little wordy.
That.
A little wordy.
I
like
do
it.
like that. So you're gonna have to go with GTDB.
It is incredible that his initials are actually DB. Defensive back.
Call him the Bland Saw.
I think. Are you just attaching Saw to anything?
That's not me.
However, if you attach Saw to anything, does it work?
Oh, dude, didn't we do it with Maxaw, the TCU quarterback?
Maxaw Duggan.
Maxaw Duggan.
That's
that one
right.
works. That's one of those that absolutely does work. DaRon the Batman Bland. Okay. Blanded coverage. I'm still y'all keep working on it. All right.
Look, we started well. We've given ourselves a nice foundation, and I think we just need to keep doing this, and we'll circle back.